It's a windy one here in Cayo Guillermo. Today I want to discuss top beaches of Cuba. Maybe top beaches in this hemisphere, maybe top beaches in the world. This doesn't look as pretty as it did yesterday because of the wind. It's not so sunny today, but in this video I'm going to show you some of the mind-blowing videos I've taken of this country since I've been here. Now it's windy today and slightly overcast. I found this little sheltered area away from the wind to start making this video. So what I'd like to say is I've been to a lot of beaches here in Cuba, and I've been to some mind-blowing beaches, like I'm talking over the top. When I talk about mind-blowing, I'm talking about clarity, the size of the beach, sometimes when there's no one on the beach, and the color of the water, and the way that you feel when you're at that beach. Some of the beaches I go to have different colorings. When the sun is high in the sky, like at noon, it really starts to bring out the color of the water, and that's when it just takes it to that mind-blowing stage. Right now I'm at Starfish in Guillermo, and this beach here is fantastic. Value for money for the beach that I'm on, it's mind-blowing. It's beautiful. It's sprawling. At low tide, the watercolor is just fascinating in the way that, like, it's so clear in the way that it can ripple, and then the water at low tide and sand starts to peak up, you know, an orange peel ripple. And for the money and the price I paid to come to a beach like this is a top beach. And this resort is sitting on this top beach. Now this resort, I believe, is only a 3-star, and it's got a 5-star quality beach. So something's got to give here one day. I'm thinking someone's gonna come in here and snap up this property, because when you have that kind of an asset, and this is a massive beach and a massive piece of property, well, someone needs to sink some coin in here and just take it to what this beach deserved. A mind-blowing resort. So the kite surfers love it here because of the wind pattern down here. The wind kind of blows onto shore. They call it home here. It's like the kite surfing mecca when you're coming here, and on a windy, sunny day, the sky's full of their awesome looking kites. Also, it's really shallow, and this is a family resort, so you can walk out like hundreds of yards. It's really like a playful place. It's like having a big playground here, if you like. That's Starfish in Guillermo. Next on the list, it's gonna be Perla Blanca, located in Santa Maria Island, way down at the very end, right beside the nature preserve. So Perla Blanca's beach is beautiful, and then you go to the nature preserve right beside it, and then you just get blown away by that beach, especially at low tide. The coloring at this area, it just takes you away. That resort, I believe last year, was in my top 5, I believe, for adults only. It's because of the lure of that beach. It's so gorgeous, and it's so intoxicating when you get to see it and you hang out. And if you're the type of person that doesn't want to be around a lot of people, well, when you start walking to the right, when you get to the beach at the resort and you head towards the nature preserve, you have a place to yourself some days. And that resort also has a lot of kind of places to hide and get away from people, and if you want to take off some of your clothes, you can, because there's not a lot of people there, and it's the type of atmosphere that it feels like when you're at that resort. So now when it comes to sand and it comes to coloring, well, the sand is like a lunar, like at low tide when the water goes out, and it just goes on forever, it seems. And there's a lot of beauty there, and it's just a real peaceful place. A lot of nature. They've got those huts, so there's places that you can just duck out of the way and get away and chill out, and there's a place where people won't bother you. It's one of my top beaches in all of Cuba, and one of my top beaches of all times, to be truthful. Next is going to be White Sands in Cayo Cruz. That beach along the White Sands and Esmeralda Coral level, those resorts, beautiful, especially at low tide in the summer when there's not so much wind. It's breathtaking there. Now, they used to have a boat down there, and I think the boat got destroyed during a high tide. I made a video of it, and it's unfortunate because that thing, it was just like, it was eye candy for the camera. Everyone wanted to take a picture of it. It was fun. And unfortunately, it's met its day. I believe it was on November the 10th the high tide came in and took it away. It was a full moon high tide, and if you know about full moon high tides, wow, the water can be epic. Anyway, that's one of my favorite beaches. Next on the list is going to be the beach in Santa Maria. It's Esmeralda. That beach stretches on for kilometers, and it is a walking paradise. Not only is that beach gorgeous and wide and natural and silky, but it's got great coloring, especially on sunny days, and when the wind is not so vicious, that water just can light up, and it's breathtaking. What you get to see when you're walking, the bit of the sand dunes that are slowly taking back the beach, and you know, just the nature along your walk. The resorts are really spread out, so they're not one on top of the other, and you can just have a really good time there. You can get away from it all. I've been there many days, in the morning, late at night, afternoon, and sometimes I've had the place to myself. And when you get that to yourself, it's special. Or if you're there with your spouse or a good friend, it's a good time, that beach. It's gorgeous. Just a couple of resorts that are on that beach that I've been to. It's Playa Cayo, Santa Maria. You've got the Royalton, you've got Grand Memories, and then you've got Memories Sanctuary that are all along that beach. If you need a different price point for a different resort, well, there you go. I've stayed at the Sanctuary, Grand Memories, I've stayed at the Royalton, I've stayed at Playa Cayo, and I've had a great time at each of them. And if you've ever walked that beach, you know what I'm talking about. Next on that list is going to be Memories in Cayo Largo. Well, that is a place to go. It's breathtaking, that little island, just to start off with. The beach between Memories and Starfish, I think that beach is fantastic. I love that beach. I was happy at that beach. But Cayo Largo also has Paradise, and it's got Serena. Those are like two top beaches in Cuba. I don't know the ratings on them because I don't know who does the publications, but you know, once in a while I've seen Paradise is like way up there, so is Serena. So when you're seeing those beaches, I didn't make it to Paradise. I drove by it. I didn't realize it was way up there, and there was nobody there when I was going by. So we just went to Serena and enjoyed our day there. And it was a nice beach. I think back in the day when it wasn't so, I think now it's just starting slowly to get commercialized. What I mean by that is you have to pay for everything there now. Loungers, music, this, that. There's tunes, there's a bar. It's not like what I would like for a beach. Like when I'm going to a beach, I want to get away. I don't want music. I just want to hear things. I want to hear the waves. I want to hear the ocean. And I want to take it in for what it is. And I respect that. And that's why I enjoy the beaches that I talk about. But I'm not taking anything away from the watercoloring, the sand, the palm trees. It's fantastic there. Now, when it comes to Cayo Coco, okay, you've got lots of great beaches there. You've got Trip, Malaya. I haven't been there in a while though. Memories Flamenco, Jardín del Rey, and you've got Memories Caribe. And personally, like, the Flamenco beach is gorgeous, like especially during high sun, not a windy day. But Memories Caribe beach, the adults only, it's beautiful. It's fantastic. It's an all-natural beach too, so you can walk out far. You can see stingrays, you can see all kinds of wicked things in that beach. It's very narrow at the very top, but when you're out there, it doesn't even matter. It's a beautiful beach, and a lot of people love going to that resort. It's on many people's bucket list. They have a lot of returning guests because it's cheap, cheerful, and it's easy. It's a small boutique resort, so it's easy to navigate, and you've got a fantastic asset. That's the beach. Next is Veradero. I think Veradero slightly gets overlooked by many Canadians, maybe because we just love going to the Cayos so much. I run into a lot of Canadians all over, but I don't run into a lot of Canadians in Veradero. I could be wrong, but all the resorts I've been to lately, you know. But from, I would say, the Royalton into Veradero City, that water can light up and beautiful. It's really wide. It's a nice beach walking paradise there, and I've kind of fallen back in love with Veradero just because of the ease. Everything that the Veradero had to offer I love the Cayos, and don't get me wrong, I love being out here. Still have a fantastic beach. Jenny and I actually had a really great time there. Anyway, that is my top beaches that I've hit in the past year and maybe a year and a half ago. All my top beaches that I really love and respect about this country. If you are interested in coming to Cuba and if you're interested in beaches, well, this video was probably meant for you. Like I always say, if you like my channel, do me a favor, like and subscribe, share it, and guess what? I'll see you in the next video.